Everyone, this is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited. I am doing this makeup look and it's going to be summer based, and the two products I guess that I'm kind of featuring today, they are not new, but they are the Too Faced Tutti Frutti. This is called the Sparkling Pineapple Eyeshadow Palette. And I'll just read the shades in here. They're Yum Yum, Coconut Sugar, Passports and Pineapples. I love that. Sparkling Pineapple, Island Queen, Tutti Cutie, and Pineapple Cooler. This is what, wow, the inside of the palette looks like. So there is one other palette with, I think it's like purple and pink colors, and it's like a raspberry. But this one is definitely sticking to the pineapple theme, which I love because with my olive tone skin color, these colors are just so pretty. And then this is the Pineapple Paradise Strobing Bronzer and Highlight Duo. So I have used this before in a video, but I did not use the bronzer. So we're going to use both of them today. So I'm going to start off, and here is where I'm using a new product in foundation too, and I have not done a haul on it. There was a couple of things I picked up from Sephora, and I haven't had a chance to do a Sephora haul over the last couple of months. I've gotten a couple of things, so it wouldn't be huge anyway, but instead I'll just feature them on my channel. So I'm going to mix two of them actually. So this is the new foundation I'm talking about here. I might have said concealer, but it makes sense because it's the new Tarte Foundconcealer. Yeah, so they're mixing two formulas in one. And basically it's a multitasking foundation. So it is a new formula compared to either the Shape Tape or the Face Tape. And I have not used it. And pretty much the reason I haven't used it is because I got it in a really dark color for summer. It is the Tan Neutral 42N. And it's going to be really dark and much darker than my current skin tone. So I'm going to mix it a little bit, and I'm going to be using, and this is what I don't like about this mixing process, is that I won't get the full benefit of what this does, so I won't really be able to have like a review on it or anything, but I'm going to mix it with this Fit Me Maybelline Hydrate and Smooth Normal to Dry foundation, and this is the shade Classic Ivory, so it's really, really light. So I'm hoping that between the two shades I will get a perfect shade, and we'll see. We'll go from there. So I will go off camera to do it, and I'll come back and I'll tell you what I think about the both of the products being mixed. But I am also trying to get like a glowy effect today. So, and when I set my face with powder, I will be using the Essence Loose Setting Powder in Banana, and this is mostly just to make the under eye brighter. So going forward, as my skin kind of naturally tans in the sun, I really won't be highlighting my face. Highlight, yes, but not highlighting with concealer like I usually do, only because if I'm doing an all over bronze, usually, like I've been saying, bronze, like I usually apply it here and just kind of down my cheeks in this area here, because it's kind of where the sun hits you first. So I want a more natural look and not this bright highlighted look. We'll save that more for winter time. But so I am adding this Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Radiance drops to my foundation. And before we even get into foundation, I will add a little bit of this Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. So let's just start with that. This is pretty much just a base for my foundation, just to see if the, and you know, the thing that's funny with primer is that back in the day when I used to use makeup, I never used to use as much makeup as I do now, but back in the day I never used primer. I think I had one from maybe Avon, and I never ever used it. And honestly, I didn't really notice much of a difference, but I do notice now that I have been using it, your makeup does stay on for a lot longer, and sometimes on your cheeks or your jaw where you have a tendency to touch your face to your clothes, or even with your hand, like if you prop your chin up on your hand, sometimes you get patchy or the makeup comes off. So primer definitely helps. And it fills in your pores, so it gives you a really nice smooth finish. Okay, you guys, so I'm going to use my Real Techniques beauty sponge. I have cleaned it, it's just really stained, so it's probably time for a new sponge pretty quick. But I'm going to add these 3 products to the sponge. We'll blend it all out and we'll come back and I will tell you what I think about that. Okay, so foundation is all blended out. And now at first when I applied this on my skin, I mixed them on the sponge, so I didn't mix them on a little mixing plate or anything like that. My first impression was that it was a little too pink toned for my skin, but when I had it all blended out, it's a little bit radiant because of the drops I added. I really like it, so I think it's a good way to use up my Ivory foundation. Even in winter, I'm never Ivory, so I think I'm just going to use it up by mixing it with my really dark foundation, and I think that's a good plan. Okay, so we're all blended out. I am going to use my Catrice Liquid Camoflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade 015 Honey. Now, I think I've used this a little bit on my channel, and it's not my favorite. I just got it off of a recommendation from another beauty YouTuber, and I don't love the applicator. And even the concealer, I wouldn't say it's a dupe for Shape Tape. I don't think anything beats Shape Tape. You'll hear everybody rave about it. And I am also going to use that up. So that's just one of the products that I'm going to use because it's still really good and it does work. It's definitely not the best. But I mean, you are only paying $6 for one concealer, so like I've said before, you kind of get what you pay for. Speaking of getting what you pay for, I want to know how many of my viewers right now watch Jeffree Star on YouTube. Okay, you guys, I don't even want to get into it because he is hilarious. I love some of his some of his work. And you know what? I honestly don't even have any of his makeup. So I was kind of doing a search. And there's one website that you can find. You can go on his website. But of course you're going to be paying in US dollar, and you're going to be paying taxes and shipping up the yin yang. But how many of you guys that are watching have any Jeffree Star products? I'm really interested in, first, the Blood Sugar palette, of course, because the packaging first caught my eye. I just love what it looks like. Hold that for one moment. I'm going in with my sponge, and I'm going to be applying this Essence Setting Powder now. But, that palette, so I've read the reviews, and I think I've only seen, with the Blood Sugar palette, I've only seen one review on it so far, or not review, sorry, a channel showcasing it, and that was Jaclyn Hill. And at first I was like, oh yeah, I've got lots of red and pink shadows. It's not really, not something I need. But then he came out with the Blue Blood palette. And I'm not a huge wearer of blue shadow. Even green. I'm actually going to be wearing a little bit of green, but it's like a dimensional shadow, so it's not really going to look green. It kind of looks brown. But I fell in love with the colors. So I was watching Tati, and she was playing with the colors, and I don't think I would be up for the lipstick, but man, the shadows are gorgeous. So I'm going to try to get my hands on that, even if I have to save up or wait for a little while longer. And I think for US dollars, I think you pay, what is it? For, I think it was the mini liquid lipsticks in the nude with the palette. It was like 104 US dollars, so crazy amount of money. But I will tell you guys this right now, any other makeup, like even concealer, I will use drugstore products, but eyeshadow I refuse. It has to be better quality because eyeshadow lasts forever. It does not expire as fast as any liquid or cream products, and you can have so much fun, but I just find that you do get better quality the more money you pay for stuff. So I am going to make an investment, and I am going to be buying Jeffree Star's palettes, namely the Alien palette, the Blood Sugar palette, and the Blue Blood palette. So just for those of you who are watching, who has any of those palettes? Like, do you guys have Jeffree Star's makeup? Do you watch him? I think he's hilarious, but it seems like when you get up in the higher echelons of YouTube society, it seems like there's a lot of drama, and that scares me because, you know, you're in the public eye a lot, and I mean, it's bound to happen, right? But like, I try to avoid drama unless I'm offended, or unless someone goes after my son, then I go all mama bear on their ass. So that's why I'm a little scared with my son going to school, because I'm afraid that if anything happens with bullying, I'm gonna go all protector, and whoever's bullying him is gonna have a huge problem. So, but I mean, other than that, I try to stay away from drama because I'm not out to compete with anybody. The only person I'm trying to better is myself, and I'm not trying to be better than anyone else, just better than who I was in the past, which is what I think we all should strive for, whether it's educating yourself with something new. Like, for instance, myself, I'm educating myself on how to edit my videos, for instance. When I first started, it was a huge learning curve, I'm not gonna lie. And even if I use something simple like iMovie with that's already on a Mac, for instance, it's still a learning curve. And I think once you get past it and you figure out little tricks and tips, then you're like, hey, how come I didn't know how to do this before? But it's kind of cool because you get more confidence in yourself when you learn something new. So I'm just going to go off camera. We're going to go do brows first. I'm just going to use my usual products. So my Anastasia Brow Whiz in chocolate, the Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown, and then also the clear brow gel. This guy here, and we will be right back. Eyebrows are now done. So next we're going into contour and bronze. So I think what we're going to do is, I usually bronze first and then I contour, but I think we're going to contour first. So I'm going to use, of course, my Tarte Park Ave Princess Chisel palette. I'm going to use the, not the warmer shade, but the actual more neutral shade here. And I think if we are going to add the all over bronzer, I'm going to use my Pineapple palette. I think it'll actually dilute or diffuse the contour a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go in with my F40, my large angled contour. I'll start with my cheeks. And this look that we're doing today, I know the products are themselves very summery, but I guess it is more of a summer look. But I don't even know what I want to do with the eyes yet, but we're going to play with the colors. I'm interested in using the gold, but I really like the green shade because it is kind of multi-dimensional and it kind of shifts from brown to green. But if you use more than one sparkle shade on your eye, things get out of hand. So we will see. But it is definitely barbecue weather out. I'm going to make hamburgers, even though I don't like hamburgers. I will eat my own though. I just don't trust ground beef. I don't like the texture, I don't like the taste. But, I mean, I like meat. I just don't like ground beef. And I'm really sorry also, you guys, just so you know, I tend to like clear my throat a lot, and I think it might have something to do with my inhaler because I do have asthma, and I haven't actually had like an issue with my asthma in quite a few years. It's not since pretty much high school, I guess. And it's only because I am, well, there was a couple of times, but it's only because I was sick. I had pneumonia once, and then the other time was just like a really bad chest cold. So my asthma got out of hand, and I panicked, and then I couldn't breathe, and I had to go to the doctor. So that sucked. But I am on a steroid inhaler for it, and that's why I haven't had problems. But I think that might be why I have to clear my throat all the time. So that's something worth checking into, I think. I just haven't done it yet because, I mean, who likes going to the doctor? I'm trying to get a family doctor right now. And until that happens, it's just kind of stuck going to like the walk-in clinics. And you always have to wait forever to actually talk to the doctor. So, yeah, never go. I feel like that's a lot of people's excuse for not going to the doctor. So I'm just warming up the perimeter of the face just a little bit. And remember, I am going in with bronzer anyway, so I don't think this step matters too much because I like the look of the nose and the upper cheeks getting some bronze color. But now we're done with that, so I'm going to put that brush away. I'm going in with my F30 by Sigma, and this bronzer is very, very sparkly, and because it is right next to the highlight, it's also going to be dragging some over from that. So I'm just going to try to be really specific by putting the brush only in the bronzer. And let's go to town with this and see what happens. I'm going to be out in the sun and I'm going to have a really sparkly face, but I guess I'm just staying at home anyway, so it's not like I'm going to be seen out in the sun. But I mean, I think I told you guys that one time before that that's kind of one of my pet peeves is I kind of stay away from like really bronzy or not bronzy, sorry, really sparkly skin products like other than putting like Radiance drops in your foundation, because honestly, like after setting it, my face doesn't look sparkly. It just looks like a little bit of a glowy look, but not any sparkles. So I like that look. I just don't like bronzy, like sparkly bronzers at all. But again, this one came. Thought I was going to love it, and I'm a huge sucker for packaging. I mean, how many of you guys are like that? There's a new palette on the market right now by Too Faced, and it's the Natural Lust eyeshadow palette, and I really want to get it, but I keep asking myself, you know what? I have a lot of the same colors already in other palettes, even if it's not all in the same palette. Like, do I really need all the same colors. It's just the palette is so pretty. But I don't want to have like 101 palettes. Not that I'm close to that at all. I am pretty selective in the palettes that I get, and I already have a lot of neutral and nude shades, so I'm pretty much good. But just kind of like the ones like, for instance, Jeffree Star's palettes that are so pigmented and rich and colorful that it's nice to have fun and play around. Okay, so I think that's good enough for the bronzer. It's not even a huge bronze look, but that's okay because I still kind of blend with my body. And when I say kind of, I mean I'm not as tanned. Actually, it's funny. This arm is way more tan. I think I've mentioned this before too, than this arm because I sit at the window and the sun hits this arm. So as soon as I roll up the blind, then I just get like a nice sunburn on this side. And then this side looks really weird. So now I'm going to have to invest in self-tanner to even my arms out. Isn't that sad? Wow. Okay, I'm going to blush. So I'm going to use the Tarte Double Duty Beauty Make Every Moment Count palette. I don't want a crazy bright blush today. And I'm just going to mix these two. So it's Live and Learn. I'm going to mix them on my F10 powder blush brush by Sigma. Smile. And you will notice that, you know, even though I highlighted, or I always want to say highlight, concealed under my eyes, I do not have a huge brightening effect going on underneath my eye. For summer, and especially when I first started getting into makeup and I saw that and I was like, oh, that's so cool, I love that look. And now it's just, I'm really into the bronze, so. Right, a little bit more on the nose. And this palette smells really good. It smells like their signature vanilla chocolatey scent. A little bit on the chin. Done. Okay. So now I do have, just in case I need it, I don't know if I'll actually use the black in this palette, but my Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette, just the matte one. I have it out because I really like the black shade in here, and just in case I need to darken up the outer corners, so we have that going. And I'm going to take my E50, my large fluff brush, and I'm going to take this shade. Now, if this is like the shades exactly on the back, this might be Yum Yum, or it might be Pineapple Cooler. So anyway, I'm not actually going to read the shades, I'm just going to use them. I'll just kind of say what color they are. So this is a matte bone shade, and I'm going to take it and apply it all over the lid. It's definitely a brightening shade, and because I do want to use a sparkle on the lid, I might just use this as my inner corner highlight. So remember, inner corner highlight, if you're using matte shades on your lids, it's really nice to put a sparkly shade on the inner corner and on the brow bone. However, if you're going in with a sparkly shade on the lid, then you might want to do the opposite. Or you might not. I mean, you might like having a sparkle everywhere kind of look. That is your prerogative. But I like giving it a little bit more dimension and a little bit of visual interest, so I do like to play with the finishes. Okay, we might have to add more after, and who knows, maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I like to have a sparkly all over eye. Just kind of depends on the look and the palette you're using. So before we go anywhere, I'm going to go in with this kind of brownie. It's a little bit darker than I would normally use for a transition, but I'm going to go in with my E40 tapered blending brush, of course. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the brush, tap it off, and start giving myself a transition here in the crease. So yeah, so in regards to like the Jeffree Star palettes. I was looking on the web and there seems to be two places you can get it from. They're both from the States, so they're both .com websites. But so the first one is Jeffrey's own website that he has set up to sell his products and his merch. And the other one, and I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but you can actually make installment payments without paying interest. So like they actually ship it out. If it's over $100, you make 3 easy payments and you pay like taxes and duty up front and the first like third of the payment, and then they ship it out automatically, and then you just like have an agreement that you're going to pay the remaining 2/3 of the price, and that's if it's $100 or more. So that's actually kind of nice. I've never seen a website do that before. And the only problem with that is all of his palettes right now, except for the blood sugar palette, are all sold out. So, I mean, that's how popular they are right now. And so like I've never tried any of his products. I've only heard reviews online and read the views and seen videos of it, but people love his product, and especially like the new shadows that he's come out with, and then he said that he had a concealer line, so of course the product was stolen. If you guys are into that and you've watched his videos, somebody went into the warehouse where they store his makeup and they stole like millions of dollars worth of concealer. But when he does release it, or if he comes out with a new formula, I'm totally gonna check that out, because I told you guys I'm a sucker for concealer. Those are like my two hugest things, I think. I mean, I love everything makeup. I'm a makeup fiend, but I love shadow and I love concealer. And I used to be just like a makeup kind of gal, or makeup. Wow, Sandra. Seriously. I used to love mascara, and don't get me wrong, I still do. I can't, well, I still do leave the house without any makeup on, but I love mascara, and I think that it just kind of opens your eyes a little bit, and even if you wear nothing else on your face, the mascara just kind of gives you a little something something. So yeah, I love mascara, and I'm picky about it, and I'm huge into, obviously, like the Too Faced Better Than Sex right now, because I hated it at one point, I loved it, then I hated it, then I loved it again, and I love it right now. But I also love pretty much all of the mascaras that Tarte makes. I love all of them. They are all amazing in different ways, but right now I'm huge into length and volumizing mascara, so okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I've added quite a bit of color actually. So this is kind of the trick. If you've got like a darker transition shade, just lightly go in with your brush, add a little bit of product at a time. Don't add a huge gob. Again, it depends on the formula. Some are easier to blend out than others. But I just want it to be a very light transition. So I'm going to go in with a flatter brush. This is the E25 blending brush by Sigma. And I want to add this beautiful multi-dimensional green brown shade. I will show you guys in a minute. I adore it. I'm just going to wet my brush with some MAC Fix Plus, and we're going to go into the shadow, and I'll show you. We will apply it to the lid, but I'm going to kind of stay away from the inner corner. Oh, okay, I have to show you this. So look at the brush. It goes on brown, but in the pan, it looks green. So I will show you. Oh my god, I'm in love with this color. If I panned out on this color, I would buy another palette just to get that color. Oh my god. And it goes with my feathery green earrings. Like they're kind of green, but they're kind of also black if in the right light. So this shadow is perfect. I love it. And it is really nice because now it blends into that transition color too. Oh, love this color. Okay. Yes, I love it. Oh my god, can I say that again? It's so pretty. I will, when I post this video, I'll tag this product in the tag, like the search inquiry. So if anyone else has this, let me know. What do you think about of it? Even if you have like the raspberry colored one, like what do you think? Is it like a really good palette? Do you wish they had some other different colors in there? I just liked it because I like interesting palettes. I like ones, even if they're smaller, it doesn't even matter to me. I just like eyeshadow. I'm a total freak over eyeshadow. But doesn't that look so cool? I can turn my head this way and it's brown, and then this way it's green. I love it. Okay. Oh, it's beautiful. So what I'm going to do, I lied. I am going to add sparkle to the inner corner, and I'm not going to add darker to the outside because I just don't want that today. But I might add darker to the lower lash line. And actually, we're going to do that right now. I'm going to use the E15 flat definer brush. I'm going to go into this matte dark brown shade right here and just tap a little bit on the brush. And I'm just going to press into the lower lash line as close as I can get. And if it gets on your water rim, that's okay. Just to give a little bit of definition. And then I can blend it out. Maybe using the green shade, I don't know. Do I want that all over my eye? So pretty though. I used to hate brown eyes. And then I realized like how lucky I am. I always used to want green eyes. At one point I wanted blue, but I just really wanted green eyes. I used to wear colored contacts because I do have astigmatism. So colored contacts are very limited, and the ones I can get are hard on your eyes. You shouldn't wear them if you don't have to. And they're very expensive. So, but it was mostly hard on my eyes. My eyes would get very dry. So, oh, I'm going to put gold on the lower lash line. Oh, you guys. Okay. So I'm going to use this really short, it's not short, it's very skinny. It's the E36 blending brush. I'm actually going to pick up a little bit of the gold color. I'm not sure how well it'll work without any like MAC Fix Plus on it, but I'm just going to see what it looks like on the lower. No, definitely have to wet your brush for that. It's more of a sparkle shade for sure. Probably should add some glitter glue. I'm just going to bring that dark brown down a little bit because my brush is really, really wet. So if you dip it into the gold, this gold is really definitely meant to be put down with like a really thick concealer, like the MAC Paint Pot or a specific kind of glitter glue-ish formula. But I am blending the dark brown down, so there is gold on the bottom of the eye. And I'm blending it. And I must say, it's really pretty. And it does blend well into the green shade up on the top. That is good. Oh, I love it. Okay. So last little bit here, we are going to add a teensy tiny bit of the shimmer shade. And not this shimmer shade here, but this one here. So it's more of a pinky tone. There you go. Just on the inner corner. And maybe we'll add it under the brow bone just because we can. There, that's perfect. Can you guys see that difference there? Add a little bit up here. Very pretty. A little bit here. Okay, and then just to give the eye a little bit more dimension, because I've got lots of shimmer going on, and I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I changed my mind. I'm going to take a slightly less fluffy brush. We will use, sorry for the rustling around of brushes again, the Firm Blender E44. So the bristles, it's a little bit thicker, but it's less fluffy. And I'm just going to go into the really dark shade, take just a tiny bit of product on my brush, tap it off, and add the product to the crease. And I honestly find it's not really doing much. A little bit to this side. Okay, so we'll just add the product with that brush, and then I'm going to go back in with my regular blending brush that I used at the very beginning and just blend the crease into the transition up higher. And then we're going to leave it like that because I like how it looks. And then we are just going to wipe away any fallout with my large fluffy brush I used for my powder. And done. I like it. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly line the upper lid with my Tarte Lights Camera Lashes Precision Long Wear Liner in black. Man, that's a mouthful. Just a thin line on the upper lash line. You can even just stay on the outer part of your lid and not go on the inner corner at all, and it'll just kind of darken up your lashes a bit. And I'm not applying fake lashes, I'm just going to apply my L'Oreal Voluminous Feline Mascara in Blackest Black, and then when we are done, we will do lips. Okay, so done. We will go off camera to do mascara and we will be right back. Mascara is now complete. So the next product I will use is, I will read it right from the barrel, Tarte Lip Sculptor Lipstick and Lip Gloss in the shade Treat. This is what it looks like. I'm not even sure if I've used this shade before, but it goes with the whole pineapple theme, so it's perfect. So one side is a lip gloss. It is nude and a little bit pink. And then this side is, this is lip gloss. That's the cream lipstick. Wow. I'm not lining my lips today either. I'm just going to go in right with this lipstick. Just a very light coating. And we will add gloss on top. I don't know if it's too pinky for this look. It might be. But honestly, you guys, when I have lipstick on, unless it's like a matte red lipstick and I'm going to keep that on for all day, I usually just go in with like one of my favorite lip glosses. So, of course, the Buxom Full On Plumping Lip Polish in This Is Always Samantha. My favorite. This is in my purse all the time. I never take it out of there except, you know, for now because I have it in front of me. My other favorite is Sandy, and those are the first two that I got. So you can see the shade difference. That's Samantha, it's almost all gone. And this is Sandy. And for a look like this, I would not wear a sparkle lip gloss because the eyes are already sparkly. But there you have it. So I wouldn't call it a crazy, like, full glam look. It's definitely more summer, could be a summer festival, but I love the bronzy skin look. And with, like, I mean, my shirt has a little bit of green in it, my earrings have green, and that shadow I am loving right now. And I especially like the brown transition color. It just kind of pulls the look together, and of course mascara always does, but let me know what you think about this. And like I said before, if you do have this palette, let me know your thoughts, because some of the palettes I try to find are very out of the way. I find them like, either I've never actually purchased any makeup on eBay yet. I've been tempted to because I can't find it anywhere else, but I usually hold off because I like getting sale products. But for the ones I really like the Peanut Butter and Honey by Too Faced, or even the one they have now, the Peanut Butter and Jam, I would like to get my hands on that one. But yeah, any of you guys who are also makeup addiction freaks like me, who just love buying palettes and you find something cool and you need to have it, let me know in the comments. Tell me what kind of makeup you have and what is your favorite makeup to buy. Anyway, please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you like my video, and hit the bell button down below to be notified every time I post a new video. I think I've changed it for sure. I'm going to start posting Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm going to take weekends off. It's hard for me because if my son is not home with me, that's pretty much my free time, and I can do voiceovers and I can just work in silence for a little bit, but I'm really trying to have some me time. So we'll try to do my voiceovers and stuff like that after my son goes to bed. So I usually have some pretty long days, but like I said before, anyone who actually does their own editing and their own video work, you will know how much time it takes to be put in to, like, adding descriptions and uploading and editing. So anyway, that's enough from me. J'ai fini. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a wonderful spring day.